A free for all, your source for all things geek. I am your host, Evan Swafford. What's up, YouTube? Not you, Facebook.
Because they can't see us.
Yep. With me, as always, Trey Elliott.
Yep.
Josh Barnett.
Sup?
Chuck Nally.
Hello.
He's back.
Yeah.
Raising the roof.
Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Last
San
week was
Diego.
San Diego Comic-Con, because there's a billion Comic-Cons now. But
That's
All
right.
the other ones
this
suck.
is the real Comic-Con. New York's gotten pretty big,
That's
but
true.
It has.
San Diego is way, way bigger.
Couldn't keep the Chargers there.
This guy knows. These sons of bitches.
Not the best Venn diagram. just saying.
So there's just an absolute fuck ton of news in Comic-Con and trailers and all sort of stuff. So we're going to go through
As much as we can.
and what I deemed necessary and what I honestly remembered. So, but we don't. This is our movie and TV show. But for Comic-Con, since we all dabble / spend a lot of time in comics, and it is Comic-Con, so we're actually going to talk about the comic book news that came out of this.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Such as?
Such as
Comic books.
And there is a lot of news for comics that are not Marvel or DC. I've chosen only 2 stories because there's so much other
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean, it's Comic Con. There's a lot of news.
Life is Strange comic got detailed. It's going to be a 4-part run.
Who's publishing that?
It's coming in November. I don't know. It's
I'm
not
gonna
one that I had
assume
heard of.
IDW.
Maybe
That does seem like an IDW
It
joint.
does. It's
Don't
coming.
they make root beer?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
And also Ninja Turtle
Coming in
comics.
November, 4-part miniseries that will pick up from one of 2 endings directly after the first Life is Strange 1, which I won't say if you haven't played.
Also, go play that game.
You guys all made the wrong decision.
No, it's a pickup after the correct ending.
No, that's wrong.
Is it good?
Yes.
They should have 2 books, like where you flip it upside down.
Or just like a choose your own adventure situation?
You flip it, you just...
Yeah, flip it for real.
All I want is that now.
Choose your own adventure comic book for Life is Strange?
Yes.
You're welcome.
God.
Gotta choose to not play it, because that's what I want.
I
Yeah, you
guess.
can.
I didn't like that game.
Really? Fuck, I hadn't heard that.
I haven't said it today.
I doubt that. And then
It's your alarm.
from at 7:30 in the morning.
Just a recording.
Don't play
of-
Life is Strange. Don't play
Yeah.
Life is Strange.
It's just a recording of Chuck saying, I didn't like Life is Strange.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't hit the snooze button if I had to hear that shit all the time.
And then from Dark Horse Comics, The Division comic is coming out.
Sure.
I think that could actually be good, much
Yeah,
better than the
potentially.
game.
Sure.
All right. All right, let's get on to the heavy hitters then. Let's talk
Yeah.
about some DC. One of the bigger things announced at for DC is a new Crisis storyline. Heroes in Crisis.
I love
This is super interesting.
Crisis stories tend to change the status quo at DC when they happen.
Usually the entire multiverse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And usually there's something crazy happening, whereas this one is a much more grounded Crisis story.
I think it's super cool.
Basically, they've invented a new place that is basically where it's a city / like getaway for superheroes to go to that are
Almost like
having psychological like PTSD almost.
Okay.
Almost like
it's-
a rehabilitation.
yeah, it's a community for them to
yeah.
get help
Center.
for the stuff they've gone through. And there is basically a mass shooting there, and 12 superheroes are killed.
Holy shit.
Ripped right from the headlines.
And
Kinda, yeah.
it is the fallout of how that changes the heroes and like what it does to the universe
That's
and all that stuff.
intriguing as fuck.
Yeah, dude,
Right?
It's really cool sounding to me. There's some big names behind it too, right?
I forgot. Through all my shit, I didn't write down who's doing everything.
I'll look-
Seems
I'll
like a
look it
thing
up.
I-
It
that seems
is-
like a thing I wish
Chuck
DC
will
was
look it
still in
up.
Bendis for.
Right. Well, he's just doing a lot of Superman. Turns out,
Fair enough, but still.
and he's doing a fine job. You assholes, lay off of him.
I'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, you're actually pretty close.
I'm reading a lot.
I wish I could
I'm
read
so
fast.
fucking in on this. God, I
If I had
love
a
it.
genie.
Also, from DC,
I want to
Tom
read
King.
better.
is it Tom King?
It's
Good,
Tom
Oh,
King.
that's awesome.
because he's doing a great job.
He's
You
a good
fucks.
fucking writer. Lay off of him. Jesus.
The wedding,
For
the,
one goddamn issue.
the wedding issue was really good.
It's also halfway through his story.
yeah, he has 50 more
Makes me
issues.
so mad.
Anyways, other DC news: Batman Who Laughs from Dark Knight Metal is getting his own miniseries, 5-part.
I'm excited about this.
He will be introducing a new Dark Knight, which is like the twisted version of Batman. And this one, we don't know his official name, I don't think yet, but they described him as basically Punisher Batman.
Yeah.
That artwork is the
Alright.
coolest.
They released a
fucking-
picture. It's
Oh, you haven't
Batman
seen it?
just no. I posted in the DC group.
I'll pull it up for him.
He's just basically he looks like
He's
Cable.
strapped.
He looks like Cable, like 90s Cable that has 1,000 guns on him.
He's black and gray and strapped.
All right.
So I'm very excited for that. Batman
Yeah,
Who
that's
Laughs
pretty
has gone over well for them. Yeah. Green Lantern, mainline Green Lantern books getting restart again. Grant Morrison will be coming back to Green Lantern.
It turns out
That's-
that dude knows that character.
Yeah, that's interesting though. He's usually more outlandish than a lot of the
He is,
grounded
and he
stuff that they're
went
doing
out of
now.
his way. He said, Green Lantern, we will be going back to his roots. This is going to basically be a cop procedural in space. I sent you this. I said, if there's ever a reason for you to read DC,
Yes, you did.
but he said there will be no world-changing stories. He said this is about Hal as a space cop, and stories will change often. He said sometimes it's a one-issue arc, sometimes it'll be 5, but it's all going to be just about him being a cop.
God, I'm just imagining Oa to be turned into just this amazing detective, like bullpen basically, and the most like hard fucking badass cop there is just Chip. Chip the Green Lantern with like a real thick New York accent and a cigar sticking out his mouth.
As long as it's not Guy Gardner, I'm okay.
Absolutely fact.
Fuck that guy.
I don't
He
like Guy
sucks.
Gardner.
He's awful. He did do something pretty cool in a book you haven't read yet, though, so I won't tell you what it is.
He's done something very cool in a book that I did.
I know, because that's all you fucking talk about.
yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I am excited for that. Although I am sad for Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps to be ending because that book's great.
Yeah, it is.
Weddings are a thing now. And following the divisive Batman and Catwoman wedding,
One could say nothing but success.
they have announced that sometime this year, Killer Croc and Orca will get married.
That's fucking fantastic.
will King Shark be the fucking
I don't know, but I hope so.
the
That
best
was
man?
that
that's
was
the case, I will
probably
read
my
that.
favorite news at Comic-Con.
That's really funny.
Holy shit!
In and we'll tie these two together. We got a preview of issue 1's cover art for the upcoming The Three Jokers.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
Really awesome. I was interested to see what they would do. I've had some theories about some stuff in Doomsday Clock that I thought could tie into this, but right now it seems I was wrong. You were saying it's very 3 distinct Jokers on the cover. It's Gangster Joker, Killing Joker, and Death in the Family Joker.
Yes, that's the one with the crowbar. It's got blood dripping off of it. The
The
Killing
Jason Todd
Joker that
Joker.
he's doing this right here is almost ripped straight from a panel in the Killing Joke. The Gangster Joker is the one I think could be very interesting depending on where they've gone.
So I was like, so is it really 3 separate people, or I think because this book revolves around not only Joker, because they described a little bit of it, but it's going to focus on Batman, Barbara Gordon, and Jason Todd, which obviously lines up with what we just talked about with those 3 Jokers, and kind of how the Joker has changed their life, and like some never before seen like after effects of what happened to them through some of these storylines. But they are 3 separate Jokers. They described at one point where one of the Jokers drives out and you see him walking into a cabin in the woods, and one of the other Jokers is on the porch, and he's like, "That's my shirt." And I was like, this is going to be pretty fucking awesome.
Did they announce any sort of like sequel to White Knight?
They did not. What they did announce,
They
they had a little
teased it.
trailer, is Black Label. DC's Black Label. We kind
This
of got
trailer was awesome.
Black Label is kind of, but not really, like where they're going with their Elseworlds stories. Black Label is they're going after big time writers and are giving them complete creative freedom. So
Some
no
of
matter
the
what's
best
going
artists out
on,
there, too.
yes, and no matter what's going on currently in DC, they're very much in all the Metal Fallout, the Rebirth stuff, Doomsday Clock. But if someone comes on for a big story, they are not strapped into how books are currently formatted, what's going on in continuity right now.
That's
They
cool.
are told to write their way, their story they want to tell,
Well, this is-
with what characters they want to use.
This is where Superman Year One is going to be, right?
Yes,
Yes.
Frank Miller.
Yeah.
Superman Year One.
Yes, if you'll bear with me, I'm pulling up. They have, I think, 6 books already announced for it.
Yeah, it's all Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman to start.
Yeah, they're
with.
focusing on the Trinity first, but although they did announce at Comic-Con that 3 Jokers will be under the Black Label.
Yeah.
Label.
That's weird though, since they have been talking about the 3 Jokers in the continuity.
Yes, he said there will be parts that touch into current continuity right now. He said it's not going to be beholden to how they tell the story, but he said it will affect current continuity on
That's
that.
fair.
So it's not complete. And I have hope for that.
Comics,
a lot
yo.
of right.
Right?
I have hopes that a lot of
It's continuity.
Black Label does that. You know what? You're damn right it is.
Indeed. I've
But
heard it both ways.
let me switch
The
to
right
what-
way and then your way.
What was that?
Psych the
Psych
musical.
musical.
Oh, I have not seen that.
Bitch.
So that
Hey, Psych the movie 2's got greenlit, by
Oh,
the
nice.
way.
That's on
Hell
Plex.
yeah.
I should finally watch that.
Psych the movie?
It's on what?
Plex.
Oh, okay, yeah, I should watch that too.
Awesome.
Anyways,
Of
all
course it
right.
is.
Well,
It's
this thing went away, but yeah, there is. It didn't go well through Pocket. Wonder Woman: Diana's Daughter is a working title. Wonder Woman: Historia, the Amazons is one that's coming out. John Ridley is writing the other history of the DC universe. I have no idea what that's going to be about.
The Batman stuff's got me super excited.
Batman Last Night, a story that begins with Batman waking up in the desert next to the Joker's head still alive in a jar.
God, I
alright.
love it.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
Batman Damned, a story where Batman and Constantine team up to chase down a horrific
Oh.
serial killer who may
Yes,
have managed to
sir.
murder the Joker.
Yes,
Holy
sir.
Fuck yes.
So that's really exciting.
That's some cool stuff.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Then that's also something that if you read that story, it doesn't matter if you're reading a whole lot of stuff in DC to find out what's going on right now. You don't have to. So
Yeah.
that's a cool thing. I like that. That's a good way to bring people in.
Like for like over a year, just that splash page, basically the cover for Superman from Frank Miller is like my favorite art on the internet. I fucking love that. I can't wait to see like what that comic looks like.
And Miller does a lot of gritty stuff too. See a gritty Superman story would be a nice change of pace.
I agree with that. Especially with Bendis writing, who's not the most gritty.
Really good though.
He is good. I enjoyed it. You fuck.
It's Brian Michael business.
Do you know what? That's fair.
Business.
Marvel news. Lot of X-Men stuff. X-Men Black was announced.
It's almost like they're preparing to bring them back into the forefront.
It's the
for some
best, man.
reason.
They're wrapping it. They're like, our boys are back, and it's time to get back to what was for a long time their flagship comic.
It was the thing for them.
So, what is Black?
X-Men Black.
I at least know what the fuck you're talking about now. Even though I
Is-
don't know all this news yet.
X-Men Black is what we've had. X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue running, and then recently X-Men Red started.
With Jean Grey coming back.
Yes, Gold and Blue are both ending. We know that. Black is starting this fall. We thought it was a new series. What it is a series of one-shots, actually. It's, I think,
Okay.
8 one-shots of all X-Men villains getting one-shot stories that seem to have an underlying theme of something tying into Apocalypse,
All right.
which I'm very in for, as long
Yeah.
as it's not Apocalypse Wars, which was disappointing
That is correct.
because
Like, real fucking disappointing.
nothing happened.
That is also correct. It was the most boring
but,
story in the last
there-
like 3 years.
There's Magneto, obviously he's got one, Emma Frost, Juggernaut, there is an
All right.
Apocalypse one. There's some random ones in there too. It's pretty cool. I'm excited for it. Spinning out of that, a lot of people thought that was a code name for what else was announced. The flagship comic for
Uncanny.
20 years is Uncanny X-Men's coming back.
I'm real fucking excited.
Which was
about
always
that.
going to happen, but I am very excited for it.
I like the idea of being able to get Uncanny and Astonishing at the same time again. Or is Astonishing ending?
I would assume Astonishing ends at some point. I think that they're going to condense the X-Men back down, which is a good thing.
Yes.
And get a big X-Men like main team running under Uncanny. I also, nothing has been given any hints to this, but I would not be surprised if it's the Extinction story that's happening or Extermination story. That one is most likely leading to X-Men Blue Team, the young X-Men going back to their timeline, which is long overdue.
Indeed.
I think Cyclops will come back.
I can see that. Though I can see Uncanny being led by Wolverine.
Maybe, because the Return of Wolverine is also coming out in the fall.
It is
so
indeed.
we'll
I'm
see.
excited for it now.
A big deal. Marvel Knights is being resurrected.
Something like that.
From about 20 years ago. After, well, more than that. God, I'm getting old. After the Onslaught storyline, one of my favorites. They did the Heroes Reborn storyline where they started bringing all the heroes that got sacrificed kind of back into the Marvel universe. It went okay, but not great. And then they followed that up with Marvel Knights, which is basically the comic version of street level Marvel.
Yeah.
And it was kind of gritty and dark, and it was just very well
Daredevil,
received.
Punisher, Blade, Moon Knight.
All those dudes.
Yep.
And gals. Elektra's in there.
Yeah.
Misty Knight. Anyways, they're bringing that back, and with a lot of the original writers. So
I could be down for that.
Excited. The street level stuff's been going pretty well. Daredevil's been very good lately, but
Mayor Kingpin?
Huh?
Mayor Kingpin?
Right. It's actually pretty awesome.
Of course it is.
Kingpin, Mayor of New York. I'd vote for him.
What could go wrong?
Marvel Digital Originals was announced. Basically, that's comic book digital exclusives that to accompany TV shows. Nothing we'll probably read, but it's cool. It's basically going to accompany to give relevant history to current TV storylines, which actually is a smart idea.
Yeah, that's
for people that don't know comics.
Potentially cool.
Marvel Rising, we got more news. We talked about this last year. That is I believe Disney XD. It's the new animated show coming on that. It's a mainly girl group. It's
okay.
It's Squirrel Girl. I think Kamala Khan.
That's cool. Captain Marvel? Too big for this?
Yeah, it's not that. It's all young superheroes.
Okay.
I think Inferno from the Inhumans is on it. Viv maybe. Anyways, they're coming out with a 6-part TV show. Then there's a movie coming to Disney XD, and then I think it's an ongoing TV show. But they're doing a companion comic with it.
I'm almost current on that Disney XD Spider-Man show.
Spider-Gwen is part of it. They also announced that they are officially changing their name to Ghost Spider.
To Ghost Spider?
Yes.
I actually saw that.
It's dumb. It's awful.
I'm not a fan of
all
of that.
Like literally everything except for her costume.
You hate Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen sucks.
She's also the worst part of that.
I do see Captain Marvel in some of these frames, by the way.
Please,
I don't know if it's
Shazam.
for
she
the
usually
comic book or
kind of
for
pops
the-
in with anywhere where Ms. Marvel is because she's important to her. She is not,
Who's
I know,
this?
part of the main cast. Captain
Shazam.
Marvel.
Oh.
Shut up, Jeff.
The other Captain Marvel. And then finally, a story that you'll be very happy about. With the original creative team, they're bringing back the award-winning The Vision comic.
Really?
Yep.
Fuck yeah. God damn it. That you talk about a comic that like you don't need to know
It's a
anything
game
about
changer.
what's going on in the Marvel universe. Like everyone should just fucking read that 12 issues of Vision. It's so fucking
It's
good.
still affecting the Marvel universe, though. It affects Champions and everything to this day because of what was going. Oh, are you current on Champions?
Yes.
Yeah, there's some stuff happening with,
there is.
with Vision. Then this started all of that, and it's great, and it's affecting a lot of stuff. It's affecting Runaways right now because Victor matches heads there.
All right.
Because why wouldn't it be? But anyways,
all that Spider-Man stuff, I guess that was after
Spider-Geddon?
Comic-Con. Yes.
That's been announced for a while. Today was just the October solicitation, so we got the previews of everything.
Okay. And all the Champion stuff.
Yes, yeah. For news, not to the comic books, but for mainly comic book TV and movies, just a few things that we're going to talk about. DC Universe, we got official price. It is $75 for a year. There is a monthly option that comes out to a little more than that.
$7.99, I think.
Yeah, I
Right
think
around that range, yeah.
Yeah, you pay a little bit more if you pre-order and pay for the
It's
year.
like $35 cheaper for the year, if I remember.
Yeah, if you
30
pay,
or 35.
if you pre-order for the year, you get 3 months free, which I did. So it told me it's like
They
basically when it
charge you
starts.
right away, or
I haven't looked. I paid it on PayPal, so I'd assume. But it as soon as the universe starts, I have it for 15 months for then. So I mean,
That's cool.
it's not bad. It's the
It's
Ballantines of prices.
interesting. Like as of right now, I think they've said basically they've announced enough original content to be able to deliver one fresh episode every week for a year.
Yeah, and they've got plenty of back catalog stuff to just keep you interested.
Yeah, I'm wondering how they're going to sparse that out. If it's going to be like the whole Titans run goes once per week, or
I don't know. There's a lot of stuff coming. I mean, there's more than Titans just coming like soon after launch. Like
Well, I
there'll be
mean,
some stuff overlapping.
There's plenty of stuff I'm super
Yeah.
excited about for that network.
They as far as that goes, more original content announced. A Stargirl TV show was announced.
Yeah.
From Greg Berlanti. I have no idea who this is. Her
It's a
costume
Justice
is
Society.
ridiculous.
I mean, she's kind
a
of
comic
a
book
little,
character.
yeah, kind of a little Captain America with
A sexy Captain
with a
America.
and a sweet staff.
Well, the staff is what gives her her powers.
All right. I know nothing about Stargirl, so.
Well, she usually hangs out with Stripe.
Oh, that's comic book as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
He's
They said
he's
he's
like
a
he's like
giant-
Iron Man.
Yeah,
He's just a dude in a suit.
like a
right.
giant almost mech suit. Like Stargirl's kind of cool. I mean, she's definitely more obscure, not like super well known. So I think it's cool they're exploring that corner of the universe. I don't know. I'm
They're
excited
not afraid
for it.
to pull from some of the corners with Swamp Thing and Doom Patrol
The
and
Swamp Thing. I'm so excited for that show.
Well, and that's
I was
what
supposed
Jeff
to-
Johns is supposedly pulling back to be doing, to be pulling a lot of like obscure people in. Swamp Thing's been kind of getting big lately.
yeah, well, pretty much since New 52, like midway through. Man, I think they do really good with the Question. A lot of people have been wanting a Question TV show.
Man, they love the Question. Do you think by now, I hate to reopen this wound, but do you think by now we would have had Swamp Thing and Constantine?
I don't know. Probably.
Oh, man,
I would imagine.
Like sexually?
the show.
Did he know him in a biblical sense?
I could see them getting it on.
And then finally, in
Welcome
other
to the
DC
green.
news, the DCEU, which was really always fan made, and then they kind of went with it, has been officially given a title by the DC Worlds of DC.
I think it's fine.
Yeah, it is fine. I mean, it's whatever. I think if they accompany it with the right marketing, they can maybe explain why there's Elseworld stories like a Joker origin movie.
Yeah, I think that would be smart. That way they can do creative things outside of the continuity of, a mainstream movie universe, like a Joker, a different
Batman
Joker.
Origins Joker,
Right.
like X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, but they want to aim a
you lost
little slash a fuck ton higher than that.
Bring back Taylor Kitsch.
Oh God, you talk about
That was Taylor Kitsch right there saying that shit.
franchise
Bring me back.
franchise kryptonite. That dude.
Oh man, he's secretly behind the scenes of every DCEU movie.
that would explain a lot.
It would explain everything.
God, he sucks. I actually don't dislike him that much, but he is just.
He's cancer.
Yeah, he really is. Marvel news. You know what? The only thing I singled out is they've added some of the Spider characters that are going to be into the Spider-Verse. One in particular, Spider-Ham is confirmed.
Well,
Fantastic.
You're fucking right. He is.
Oh man,
did we
that's,
cover the Nick Cage thing
that's great
last
news.
time?
Yes.
Spider-Man
Spider Noir. Yeah.
I'm
Non-comic.
really interested to see what that fucking movie is.
Are you covering the? I hate to ask this Sony stuff as well.
What Sony stuff?
The Venom stuff.
I wasn't gonna go over it, and we can. I mean, basically, we didn't see anything. The only thing that went over is that Venom doesn't have the spider symbol on his chest, which is
And Riot's in it.
whatever. Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
Also, other symbiotes.
Yeah.
Symbiotes.
we knew that always.
damn it.
We've always known Carnage is in this movie.
yeah.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, I probably didn't, but that's just because I forgot.
we talked about it on here, but etc. Here's some news for you.
Go
The last
on.
bit of news before we talk about trailers.
Yeah.
Trailers.
A Buffy reboot's coming in from Joss Whedon.
Fuck yes.
People are not happy about it.
I don't give a shit.
Slash really happy about it.
There's a new Slayer every generation.
Well,
No
they've
fucking
confirmed that they are either have or they will be casting a black girl as Buffy.
Yep.
Of course, people are pissed about
Social
that.
justice warriors running a fucking muck. Tired of this
They
shit.
already ruined Charmed.
I'm just imagining all these like rednecks in their trailers, just real fucking pissed off that Charmed
Like, how
is getting
dare
ruined.
anybody be black in Hollywood? Apparently, like Jesus Christ, man. Like,
It's
it's
Or
an
white.
entirely different.
Ask the guy that makes Iron Fist.
I straight up.
Jeff Loeb said, "Fuck you guys."
Yeah, he did. What a dick.
That was funny, man.
It was real funny, stupid, but really funny.
Poorly timed.
Very
Some would
much
say.
so.
Oh God, he came out in a gi.
They did fucking Daniel
I forgot
LaRusso
about that.
cosplay.
Oh, it was amazing.
It's really fucking funny. Fuck, now I forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. Carry
Something
on.
about Charmed.
Buffy, yeah, people are pissed.
Oh, I literally saw somebody like, and I haven't seen this in a little bit, admittedly. I actually saw somebody like pull the "You're ruining my childhood" line on the internet. I was like, oh god damn it, people.
You want fucking Christy Swanson to come back? Huh?
She needs to start
They
training
don't
Huh?
pay
now.
attention to that version of the earlier Buffy show. Or
Wasn't
Buffy
that Luke
fucking
Perry
character.
in the?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Huh?
You won't take my Luke Perry from Riverdale.
And
he
Paul
is,
Rubens is a
he
vampire.
is spoken for.
God, I like the original Buffy movie.
Did we? I know it's supposed to not. I keep hearing different things on it. Is it a reboot? And this
No, it's a
new
complete.
girl is going to be
I
named
heard-
Buffy?
Yes,
Okay.
But I heard it was a continuation.
It's not a reboot.
So
like
it's a continuation, but she just happens to be named Buffy?
There's a new Slayer every generation.
Right. Is that Slayer always named
I-
Buffy is
I
my
hadn't,
point.
I hadn't heard she was supposed to be named Buffy.
I had heard yes, but I can't confirm that.
Maybe it's a title.
Anyways,
I mean, yeah, maybe.
CBR had an article up there like, for its own sake, it'll still draw the eye appeal, but they're like, this should be very different from the original Buffy.
Well, yeah, hopefully 100%
Like-
less David Boreanaz.
The board,
Let's not get carried away.
They could bring Spike back, though.
He
He's
is-
the best character
Fuck
on that
yeah,
show.
they could.
he's
And
busy,
Xander.
sir.
Xander's a little bit too busy getting drunk at cons.
I really hope
but he could possibly
He's in
show up.
jail right now, I think.
both
And you
of
can say
those-
that at any point.
That's fair.
both vampires could totally show up in the show, though, even if it's set 100 years later.
Especially Spike.
Isn't that guy on
best.
from iZombie? Isn't he in the show? Wasn't he in that show?
No,
guy from
Secret
iZombie.
World that
are you talking
Buffy?
about Sark? Are you talking about Sark?
Huh?
Yes, Sark.
The shark?
No, Sark from Alias.
Oh,
And yes, the guy from iZombie.
He was
Okay.
the blonde guy from iZombie, the bad guy.
yeah.
Yeah, he was
Sure.
an alias, not.
Oh, okay. Oh,
You don't know.
he's in stuff.
He is in stuff. You know what's up.
Things and stuff.
They
Uh,
already ruined Charmed.
All right, let's talk about a fuck ton of trailers. There was a lot of trailers. I'm going to mention all the trailers that came out, and then if we've actually watched the trailer, we'll talk about it. And if
All right.
not, we'll mention that there was a trailer, and if you're interested in it, go watch it. But we had shit to do.
So we only watched 20 of them.
You're right. On the animated front, there was a Family Guy trailer. I still enjoy Family Guy, but we didn't watch that.
Trailer.
There was a Simpsons trailer.
Didn't
Super
see it.
fan. Didn't watch it. What we did watch, Young Justice, a DC Universe show.
Outsiders.
Yes, that. I know you.
Robots in Disguise?
You'll get caught up in the
Outsiders.
So,
Outsiders.
will I have had to watch the first 2 seasons to watch
Yes.
this?
Yeah.
You think?
Luckily,
Yeah.
back order or back episode.
I ain't got time to watch backorder shit. I want to pick up with season 3 because I like this trailer a lot.
Well, the first half of the
The trailer was old. All the Wally stuff was happened in season 2, right?
Yeah.
yes,
funny, 'cause
and
that's about as far as
traitorous,
I got to the
traitorous Aqualad. Yes,
Right.
was all season
Undercover,
2.
all
Yeah.
that stuff. Okay.
Fucking Aqualad.
I mean, it's fair.
He's great in the show.
He's always
This
ruining
the show
shit.
looked good.
And the first season was like them even younger. Like Dick was Robin,
Yeah.
and not in the second season he's Nightwing.
Yeah. Now,
I feel like I have
Miss
watched
Martian.
a few episodes of this.
It's great.
I think I'm
I've
going to pick
definitely
up
seen
and
a
just try to
handful of
figure
episodes.
out what's happening.
You should just watch it, man. It's really good. Even if it's on in the background while you're doing work, it's really
Like
good.
that's how I watch a lot of stuff, though.
Well, there you go.
Like
Just-
Artemis
just
is a big part of it, and Wally
Mhm.
West, all that. It looks good.
Mhm.
Saw
Superboy.
Blue Beetle.
yeah.
Yeah, but not
Jaime,
Superboy Prime,
Jaime
though.
Reyes.
No, that's
God,
bad.
if only Superboy Prime.
Jaime Reyes.
Huh?
Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle.
Yavin 4.
Yeah,
Uh,
not Ted Cord.
This looks good, yeah, and this is also coming to DC Universe, which is a good gift for them, and something I think I
Is
will
it
watch.
exclusive to that?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll sell a lot of subscriptions. There's a very fervent.
Yeah, there is.
Young
Speaking
Justice.
of exclusive to subscription services, the Clone Wars is coming back,
Yeah, it is.
exclusive to Disney's new streaming network.
That trailer was like super simple, but super fucking effective.
There's a lot of fucking helmets.
I didn't
Yeah,
know what
there
the fuck was happening,
There's a
but
lot
it
of
was
clones, motherfucker.
it was really fucking cool. But I was like, I don't know what's
I
happening.
didn't
And
know.
Ahsoka
You talk
Tano
about-
showed
There's
up.
not 2 seasons of that to catch up on. There's a lot of Clone Wars.
6 seasons.
Yes,
Yeah,
ish.
5.5.
Yep.
Weren't you trying to go through
Something like
that
that.
series at one point through
I-
like the canonical order?
I, in fact, did that.
the whole thing?
Yes.
God damn.
I've seen every episode of that show.
But like in mixed up order.
Yes. I watched it in the order in which it, like, because it skips around the timeline depending on the episode, because it was episodic.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Were you just bathing in sriracha while you did this?
This sounds like the
No,
most work.
unfortunately.
This sounds like the most work you've ever done.
It was like
Thanks.
the most hipster. That was the most hipster nerd thing I've ever heard.
I saw him watch a lot of it while he was working at GameStop, so yeah, probably.
I mean, I had to do something.
Stick it to the man.
Yeah, fuck 'em.
Take that, fuckers.
No, the trailer was really cool. People are all excited / somehow mad at Disney, but happy that they're like should have canceled it in the first place. And I was like, well, The ratings
I do
dipped
think
heavily.
it was really
And-
fucking funny that they said hashtag Clone Wars saved, and I'm like,
Well,
kind of from you though. Like,
That's like a Save Clone Wars is a very common hashtag because
I
the
know.
story never
It's
got
just, it was
finished,
really,
so.
it's really funny that they were like, we did something good.
Speaking
I mean,
of
they did do
that,
something good. They brought it
bring
back.
back Wolverine and the X-Men.
If fucking only.
Finish that story because
God
they're about to do Apocalypse.
Damn it, that show is so good.
It's really good.
Was Morph in it?
Shut up.
Somewhere.
Just shut up.
Morph.
And then also on the animated front, Disenchantment, Matt Groening's new show on Netflix.
Yeah, The
I
Simpsons.
think this looks great.
I think it was
Game
good.
of Thrones.
It's to me
It
it
was
feels
alright.
more
I didn't
Futurama
love it.
than Game of Thrones, or I mean than Simpsons to me.
I thought it was cool
I mean,
that it
it's
was
the guy that makes-
they were playing like a Renaissance Festival Rebel in the background.
Yeah,
when they were
right?
yeah, it was. I thought it was pretty clever.
There was some stuff I liked about it. I'll definitely check it out because me, but I'm not sold on this watching the trailer.
I think I'm where you're at. Sounds like.
Let's talk about some live action TV shows.
Do it.
First and foremost, the Fuck Batman heard around the world.
Fuck Batman.
Titans exclusive to DC Universe.
I watched the trailer at work, but I couldn't turn the sound on. So I watched it today for the first time, like with sound and everything. That trailer fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
It's not.
What you
good.
got, Chuck?
Not
I
a-
liked it a lot.
I love it.
Really?
Man, really?
Yeah.
God, I
I'm
think it
gonna
looks
give the show a
bad.
chance because I like the characters.
I was
a
wondering
lot.
why you were saying so quiet.
I love it.
I thought it was. I thought.
Now
it was
there
really
are some
good.
really bad. I still think the looks are pretty
I think
fucking
this
terrible.
looks like
Raven
DC's
looks
Inhumans.
terrible.
Raven.
and-
You're wrong there.
Raven looks
great.
amazing.
Oh, man.
Raven looks great. The end shot with her with like the smoke
Robin
cake
or
coming up.
Nightwing, Robin, whatever
Really
looks
good.
great.
Robin looks fine.
Beast Boy.
Beast Boy.
Not
Awful.
Not
Starfire, awful.
Good.
Yeah.
Starfire's
I
real
actually
bad.
thought Starfire was fine.
Hawk, bad.
Yeah, that wasn't great.
No, it's not good. Dove's whatever, but Hawk is awful. They're also barely in that trailer. They're like background
Like a
characters.
Yeah,
Split second.
I mean,
this
Beast
is
Boy
gonna
to
be
that.
very Raven heavy.
Raven
It seems-
and
Well, they
Robin,
said
yeah.
the first season is very heavily focused on Raven and her powers.
By the
And
way,
can't hardly waits.
correct. Or CHT as I like to call
Right?
it.
No, it's fair.
Seamus Deaver from Castle fame
Bless you.
is got no problem.
He's the the white cop, right? The Irish guy.
Yes, he's
Why
the
gotta be a
Irish
white
guy.
cop?
Apparently, he's been cast in a major role in the show. They're thinking he's going to play Trigon, which would be very interesting.
I've heard let Trigons be Trigons.
Fucking hell!
How did I not
Holy
see that coming?
shit!
That was fucking
Well,
wonderful.
there it is.
That just stopped the show.
That's usually Josh's job.
Oh shit!
Oh no, this looks like DC Riverdale. Why would I not be in on this?
That's exactly what it looks
That
like.
is the most unfortunate thing you've ever said. I might not pay for my subscription on DC.
This looks
Universe.
it can only be disappointing
and
because
Trey are
it's not
just
going to be
like-
Riverdale.
That's correct.
super like hypocritical. Like magicians is Riverdale. Riverdale's magicians.
They are. Yeah.
Watch the fucking shows, guys. Like honest to Christ.
Please,
No, but Magicians
both of you.
is
It would
great.
make my life so much better.
I've made the offer.
But would you follow through on it?
Yes,
Fargo.
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm in on Titans, but man, people are really unhappy about fuck Batman.
I mean, it was a weird thing to put in there, but whatever. Apparently,
People
like,
really didn't talk about the fact that he shot like 7 guys
and
before
stepped
that.
on a dude's throat. It was fucking nasty.
Turns out that hard R rumor correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were getting slashed.
Yeah.
And
Cut
you
up.
are.
Fuck them.
Walking Dead season 9 trailer. We're not going to talk about, but the only relevant news is at the panel. Andrew Lincoln did confirm that he's leaving the show. Fear the Walking Dead had a trailer. We're not going to talk about.
Because fuck that show.
Most definitely. That show is hot garbage. Vikings had a trailer. Trey, do you still watch that?
No,
Okay.
I don't. I would like to, but I've lost track of it.
I
and
like
can't catch
listening
up.
to you talk about that. I'm kind of upset.
Yeah.
I
sorry.
always
watch
like
it
listening.
again.
I was like, I wish I watched this show.
Yeah, that's what I always thought when I heard
First
TikTok.
season is great.
Real fucking good. I've watched the first 4 seasons. I just haven't caught
It's
the
like
last
on
2.
6.
Yeah,
So you're close.
I am.
Stop watching shit in canonical order and watch more Vikings.
I'm waiting for them to finish so I can make sure I watch it in canonical order.
Are you gonna fucking start again? You're gonna start again, aren't you?
Maybe, maybe
you
not.
Son of a bitch.
You don't judge me.
the
Too late.
The Orville season 2.
Fuck yeah.
I didn't watch this because I haven't finished Orville yet, which I do plan on. So I
I'm
didn't know if there
excited
were
about
spoilers.
the show. The trailer was whatever.
It was just whatever.
I didn't watch
they
it, so I
kept
couldn't tell
teasing
you.
like the new species they found or whatever. I'm just like, just fucking show them or not show them. Just knock it off.
I'm excited for that show to come back. Though.
Ooh.
God,
Well,
A good thing from this panel,
December 26th or something like that.
Okay.
Seth MacFarlane
Hashtag after football.
made a point of talking about how they marketed the Orville wrong, and I was like, "You're correct." I was
Yeah.
like, because a lot of people thought Family Guy in space, and it's not that. It's more of a love letter to Star Trek.
Very much
That's
so.
very funny.
I have to
um,
get rid of that Norm Macdonald blob.
I liked him.
Man, it's the only part of that show I
Norm
don't
Macdonald's kind of turned into a blob. Have you seen him lately?
like. A little bit.
Yeah.
Him and
He's
Russell
just kind
Crowe.
of there.
He's thick.
Yeah. Well, I like Norm Macdonald. Man in the High Castle season 3.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That trailer wasn't much to to look at, but I don't give a shit.
Wasn't it though? There was so much happening, but I just don't know what it is.
That's
like
the
there
thing.
just
Seems like there's an
timelines.
alternate reality.
There is an alternate reality, which has been like teasing for a while, and then you got like some stuff going for season 2, and then season 3, it's just full blown people are crossing over. There's twinners over there. If this turns into a
They
Stephen
call 'em
King story,
counterpart.
I wouldn't be like all that surprised. Like it's
I mean,
insane.
I'm real excited for that show.
This show
so
is insane.
I fucking love this show.
It is taking a turn though.
Yeah.
It's very different than what it started as.
Yeah,
but man,
the
I
first
love the
season
show.
was real grounded.
We've been very worried that this was going to finish it off because there is a show coming that sounds a lot like Man in the High Castle.
and this is a very expensive show for
It,
them.
it is, and they finally released the way they do ratings, and it's not super justified in how much they spend on it.
Turns out though, Jeff Bezos can just throw around fuck
Yeah,
ton money.
because season 4 confirmed right
Yeah.
after they did the trailer.
God, I'm excited.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Star Trek Discovery season 2.
Oh my god, this might be my favorite trailer of the weekend.
It was
I-
pretty fucking great.
God
Yeah.
damn it, man.
I am also very excited for that. show to
Anson
come back.
Mount looks great as Pike.
Lenny Kravitz in the background.
I mean, that's a little whatever, but I don't give
enjoyed
a
it.
shit.
I did too, surprisingly.
Eh.
Really?
That's my man.
You son
To
of a
bring us
bitch.
down a little bit.
I mean, I thought it was fine.
I
It's,
realized I
the
forgot some stuff
More
that
cheesy
happens in the show.
dialogue than what I remember the last one. Like, it ended on like a really bad joke.
There was some of that stuff in that season, though.
I mean, I don't know. I
Wasn't
like them
that
lightening the tone a
Wasn't
little
that
bit.
elevator thing in the Orville?
Well, they did keep running into that squid-looking guy in the
Yeah,
elevator.
I thought that was totally just like a shot at the not a shot, but like a
I don't think it was.
little bit of back and forth with the Orville.
It did
I don't-
seem a little
I
up.
I mean, it
I'll
was
give you
so
that.
on the nose with that. Like I said,
Yeah,
He sneezed.
Yeah, too.
that was intentional.
Oh yeah, okay.
Keep going.
No,
let's go.
it was
Keep
exciting.
going.
Pike, I think, looks good. I don't really understand the complicated like Star Trek timelines, so I just kind of go with it.
We'll see. I'm hoping this brings us a little closer. I like the look of the uniforms for.
Star Trek fans continue to kind of suck on the internet.
Who gives a shit anymore? Fuck
Yeah.
'em. Fuck you.
I-
All right.
So
Fuck
sometimes
you
when
all.
you comment on stuff, obviously, like it'll show up in my feed, and some guy you posted something about asking for a trailer back before it came out, and somebody commented they're like more rainbow bright characters in space.
And I immediately responded. I was like, whatever you're trying to reference, I don't give a fuck. And then never went back to that thread. Like,
I was proud of you. It was funny though.
I kind of want to know.
I don't know. He never talked again, so
yeah, he never said
Ask him
anything.
what he's talking about.
Yeah,
And then tag
get
me
back on there. Get back on.
No.
there. Yeah. Anyway, also coming with that is CBS All Access will be putting out some basically like some shorts
Which
to
I
go
think
along
is
with
super
it.
cool. That hopefully you get to explore a little bit more of those characters individually.
Yep.
They need a few of them, like the cons officer and things like that, who kind of just were cool background characters. And they've confirmed Spock will be in this season at some point,
Yes.
which I'm super excited for.
Doctor Who had a trailer, which none of us watch. Lady Doctor Who there. The Night Flyers.
I don't remember this trailer, but I did watch it.
Cool.
You were
I
the
don't
one
think
that
I
reminded
watched
us of
this
it.
one.
I know.
I
I
want
remember
to
it
try to
looking
watch
cool.
this season of Doctor Who.
Okay, cool. Night Flyers is George R.R. Martin's new series that's coming
Okay.
to,
Yeah,
I
I
believe,
did not watch this
Sci-Fi.
trailer.
This was the one that had to do with his neck flipping back and the hands all
Oh
like
yeah, you did.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
there was a very similar thing in Overlord, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
very
This is the
similar.
one I was talking about, though.
But yes, that
'Cause it was in
definitely happens
space.
in this. This is
In
like kind of
space.
Event
This is
Horizon,
totally Event
It's
Horizon.
definitely Event Horizon.
which
Also,
means I'm
check
100%
mark.
in.
I love Event Horizon.
do
It's
too.
also
So
scary
in.
as balls.
that one fucking scene for sure.
This show looks really good, I thought.
I thought it did too.
Yeah.
He's not going to finish these
Also-
books either.
No, oh god, no.
Also, I mean, it's
This beforehand, though.
there was another sci-fi show I think that looks very similar. in
Nope,
a way.
not sci-fi. YouTube original called Origin.
Oh yeah.
That was YouTube original show?
Yes, it was, and it's the most highly produced show YouTube will ever have. It looks
Cobra Kai's going to
great.
get a huge budget for season 2.
This looked like HBO level effects. Like
Yeah.
it looked as good as Star Trek did last year on CBS All Access.
Malfoy.
Yes, it's got Draco in it.
Has any human being ever aged quicker than Tom Felton? That dude looks like he's
Brittany pointed
60.
out the exact same thing
He looks
today.
old as fuck.
I don't think he looks that old, obviously, but
Well, yeah, I mean, that's an exaggeration.
I think
That's
it
what
looks
I did.
dashing. Anyways,
He looks like, because Tonks is also in that show,
Yes.
and they kind of look like contemporaries, which they weren't at all.
I mean, it's all right.
God, it's weird.
Anyways, this show is about the Earth is being used up. You know, classic.
Sci-fi trope.
They found one planet so far
Yeah.
that could be inhabited. So we've been trying to colonize it. They are on a specific ship headed that way. Shit goes awry. They wake up. The rest of the ship's gone. They don't know what happened, and there's a certain amount of people left with some crazy shit going down. It looks very good, I thought.
Man, Tonks is weird.
Natalie Tanya.
Sure.
She got naked on Game of Thrones.
She's been naked
did.
more than that.
That's true.
She did. She's also not in a bunch of these episodes. She gonna die.
Spoilers. So anyways, but it looks like it's not all on the ship. Like you'll flash over to like a storyline going on at the actual colony and stuff back Earth, which I like stuff like that.
I'm
So
excited. Hopefully that.
I'm
also shows
very
up on
excited
Fox.
for this show. This
I
is.
imagine it will.
I think it's coming in like September too. Like
Yeah,
it's
I guess that's
soon.
gonna
Damn.
be
Yeah.
She is 3
I
years
got
older
all the
than
Mission
him.
Impossible
That's
movies on
it.
there in less than a
Damn.
week.
So maybe he just looked really young at
He
one
looked.
point.
He looked young, and he's.
Then he
Oh yeah,
aged.
he was.
He's only 3 years younger than her.
Jesus. Yeah, he was. I mean, he was the oldest of the kids. For
Yeah,
sure,
he just looked
but-
young for his age, and then he finally hit that wall.
87.
Remember,
Yeah.
he was in the
87.
He was in the Borrowers with John Goodman at first. Remember that movie,
I
right?
do now. Homecoming, an Amazon original that we didn't get much on the trailer. This
Yeah,
is
this
getting
is almost
whole
not worth
lot.
watching.
This is getting really hyped up. This is a
The
story
Julia
being
Roberts
adapted
one?
from a podcast, a highly successful podcast.
Shit
Ooh,
Town.
that's what
Like
this
Alex
is.
in-
Yeah.
Town.
I've. First of all, that should be a movie, and maybe
Maybe
is.
it'll have a fucking ending. That's why I never went back and listened to the
Focus,
final
people. We
episode.
got a lot to talk about.
Anyways, I've listened to both seasons of Homecoming.
Okay,
It's
well,
real fucking
this
good.
is the show on it. It is the rare half-hour drama,
Oh,
which you were in on.
yeah.
It's Amazon
That makes it even
produced.
better.
Did you listen to this podcast?
Yes.
Cool, because it was
Did you-
recommended
Did
to me.
you listen to him when he said he listened to the podcast a second ago?
Huh?
Clearly not.
You just talked about that.
Well, yeah.
But yes, Julia Roberts is the star of this.
Yeah.
And she's like a counselor,
I was gonna say,
and
is it
they
like
are
a
not giving
therapist?
a lot of information about
So
this
with-
purposely.
No big spoilers. Just the basic premise of the show, particularly the first season, is the lady who Julia Roberts is playing, and a guy who's voiced by Oscar Isaac on the podcast. I don't know who will. It'd be awesome if it was Oscar Isaac on the show. But anyways,
Bezos has a
basically,
lot of money.
It's like a top secret government program that helps military vets with PTSD
I was gonna. It's,
with
the
memory.
name
Like
feels-
they take their memories essentially,
Okay.
and it's super nefarious and shit happens. And Ross from Friends totally, David Schwimmer totally yells at people in that show a lot. Like he just
Ian.
cusses everyone else.
In
They took his turkey.
This is again. This is on the podcast.
my sandwich,
That
man.
podcast is stacked with talent.
Yeah. So that
both of this is from Gimlet Media, the podcast company.
startup.
And the guys who did Startup and several other things, but they just did a new one called Sandra, which is basically about a crazy take on like the Alexa trend,
Mhm.
and it stars Kristen Wiig, and it's also very good.
Yeah. Anyway, I figured you
Cheetah?
had probably at least knew about this podcast, so I knew that you did not know that what this was.
I
and it
did
would
not
get you
put
more
those two
excited.
together. I now remember that they had optioned it for a show, but I didn't put two and two together. That's awesome.
Amazon won the bidding war because a lot of people wanted in on this.
Sounds cool as fuck.
Also from Amazon, Lore
It's super
season
short
2.
podcast, too.
No.
Anyone?
Really?
Anyone?
No.
No.
What season 2?
Lore.
Lore.
Oh, fuck that shit. Moving on.
AKA Snore.
The
Yeah.
Gifted season 2.
Thank you.
This looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, it does.
I didn't
Oh
watch
my
it because I
God.
didn't finish season 1.
It's
Did you-
so much bigger.
Did you notice that, like,
She
when what's her name? Lorna? Is that who it
Lorna
is?
Polaris.
Yeah, when she was like first having contractions in that building and the lightning was striking behind her, the reflection was totally a Magneto
Yeah,
helmet.
it was badass.
It
I
was
lost my
super
shit.
Badass.
I missed that.
Yeah, there is a lot of shit going on. She's got a super baby in there. As she starts having contractions, like everything just starts going fucking haywire. They're bringing in Reva, who was once the Black Queen of the Hellfire Club, as the big bad. It's awesome.
I also realized during this trailer that this feels like Heroes if Heroes stayed good.
Yeah.
Assuming that the trailer
I mean,
it lives up to the same quality,
No, it didn't.
or the show is at the same quality as the
It
trailer.
turned it around a little bit at the end.
It's
Much like The Beat
But either
with
way, like,
Gloria
That's
Estefan.
fair.
Obviously, it's got some X-Men characters, but I feel like a lot of people watch this for the
Oh, that
same
got me.
reasons that they watched Heroes.
Yeah, it's just a really fun story. But
And they're fans of Nissan Versa.
and I freak out because there are so many deep dive
Yeah.
X-Men references.
I should finish
I'm
watching the
constantly
show.
Googling
Yes.
shit.
Me too.
The Stefan Kukos are in it.
Yep.
That's all that matters.
Also, Lane fucking adores this show. He's like researches so many obscure X-Men because of it, and it makes me very proud.
Evan also adores this show.
He also researches a lot of obscure X-Men.
That,
I just bought
all that's true.
Lane a Marvel Encyclopedia.
Preacher had a trailer for the second half of the current season.
Sure.
I didn't watch that.
How about that?
Basically, we have to go to Comic-Con. Supernatural trailer, none of us watch. Arrow trailer, I will probably finish the last season, but I haven't watched for spoiler purposes. Also, CW tends to like run a like 5-minute recap and then show 30 seconds of the upcoming season.
Speaking of which,
Arrow did that. Legends of Tomorrow did that. Supergirl did that. Flash did that. And
Supergirl's
Riverdale
getting a
did
cool
that.
new suit I saw.
Yeah,
Season.
Is it see-through?
Isn't that the show also
Yes.
getting the
turns out it's
transgender
it's edgy.
character?
Yes.
That people are freaking the fuck out about.
Yeah.
Legends of
That-
Tomorrow
that
also
checks
getting
out.
left out of the
Sure.
upcoming crossover, which means Legends of Tomorrow might be
Oh,
going
shit.
away and being replaced.
Oh man,
that's really
Taylor
I might
Kitsch
check out
just
that Batwoman
fucking
show.
give up and play him.
What?
That sounds cool. I might check out
In
the Batwoman
kitchen.
show.
Batwoman?
I mean, enough that I'd like to know some more.
Is it a continuation or a reboot?
I don't fucking know, but it doesn't look good.
It feels like a reboot, but shot like it just
Back
kept going.
then?
Yeah.
I was not a Roswell fan.
I
I've
just found
ne-
some old
I've
episodes
never.
because of Britney. So
Woo!
Sure.
I don't think I'm gonna do Dynasty though. I want to, but I don't know if I can.
Oh,
man.
it's good.
There's so many goddamn episodes.
Oh, it's good. Yeah, there's way too
If it
many
was 10,
Dynasty
I would
episodes.
do it.
I thought it
can't
was
do
16.
22.
It's not.
How many is it?
22.
Holy
I can't do it,
shit.
man.
Yeah, I'm trying, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it done.
I don't have the room in my heart for that many like so shitty it's wonderful shows.
Except for Riverdale's just wonderful. He's full stop. Roswell looks wonderful.
Enjoy it, brother. Maybe.
CW is your sci-fi.
No, sci-fi is it's a continuation of the originals and Vampire Diaries, and the show wasn't finished
okay.
yet. So they finally revealed it here. I didn't watch it because I don't watch that anymore, but good for them. The Purge, it was basically the same trailer we'd already saw.
Excited for that though.
Mars had a trailer on, I think it's Nat Geo that does it.
Is this a documentary
Yes.
or a show?
It's kind of both.
So it's a documentary with some like
Like
Did
a
I
little
watch the right
dramatized
thing?
stuff?
Was Elon Musk like in the first like
Yes.
10 seconds?
Yeah,
of it?
this is
Okay.
actually season 2, and I didn't know it. I forgot that this was the thing.
I realized about halfway through that's what it was, and I was
So-
like, well, this is already not really
Yeah, so
interesting
don't
to
worry
me,
about it.
Like, Matt Damon's not in this.
It was hard to parse those two out on YouTube.
Mayans MC,
Watch this.
Man,
the Sons of Anarchy spinoff
I'm
coming to
excited
FX.
for this.
So I didn't watch Sons of Anarchy, but I'm gonna give this a shot and hope it's my Better Call Saul to Breaking Bad.
It seems very much that way, and that there are definitely a handful of characters that were in Sons of Anarchy.
Because
But
I
I don't
remember a
think
lot
it's
of
gonna
white
tie
people
real
in Sons
hard.
of Anarchy, and this is all Latino people.
Yeah, this is basically a rival biker gang.
Ah,
Oh, yeah,
okay.
they're Mayans.
Yes.
Not urines.
Not
No.
Arends.
I really want to go back and finish the last like season and a half of Sons of Anarchy. I never finished though before this.
If
I
you
could
hadn't
not.
watched all of the Clone Wars in canonical order,
I've got to go back and watch Sons of Anarchy in chronological
Yeah.
order, though, so that's gonna be tough.
I thought this trailer was pretty good though.
Yeah, it
was
looks
solid.
Like, this feels exactly like Sons of Anarchy based on the
Yeah,
trailer.
it starts like right at the beginning of September too.
Yeah.
So coming soon.
Man, Sons of Anarchy is good.
Iron Fist had a teaser trailer. Not much to talk about. Jeff Loeb was more noteworthy than the trailer.
Fair
But
enough.
I will. Luke Cage did better.
Oh yeah, this looks
Oh,
This
Awesome.
looks fucking incredible.
It looks great.
It's on the
this is,
History Channel?
History Channel's new thing.
Yes.
The creators of Viking.
with Littlefinger.
Yes, correct. Yes, Aidan Gillen's in it.
Yeah.
And several other people.
TV show.
So this is scripted, and
Right.
but they are going to work in like real life interviews, like voiceovers and stuff into the show, from real life people that experience this. These are the government recently had to unclassify the files from like the early 50s through mid 60s of what was legitimately called Project Blue Book by the government, where they investigated over 12,000 UFO sightings, and these are their findings. And then they've made a scripted show to go along with some of the real world
That's
stuff.
cool. I didn't realize that's what it was.
Fire
This
in the Sky going to be featured?
sure. I thought this looked incredible.
Yeah,
like the trailer was like enthralling. Like I was like, yes,
It was tense.
It was very tense.
I'm in on it. I like
This
it.
is one of my more anticipated shows for the fall. I think.
I think it was probably the best cut trailer that I
I was
saw.
just about to say it was easily the most well cut trailer I think of anything I saw.
It was very, very good.
as far
I'm
as
stoked
TV
for that. I
goes.
don't know when the start of that is, but I can't wait to watch that. And then finally, let's talk about some movie trailers. Not as many as normal. We usually have a long list of movie
Yeah.
trailers, but we've got 5 that we're going to talk about. First and foremost, Glass.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Right.
My
looks really cool.
God.
I'm very excited. It's the Unbreakable / Split
Yeah.
sequel.
I've got to go back and watch Unbreakable again.
Me too.
It's been far too long.
I watched them both last year, and I am fully prepared. I am stoked. I'm where I need to be in my head.
It is like so cool.
Samuel
seeing-
Jackson was good in that trailer.
Yeah,
it was.
Like that whole that sounds like the bad guys meeting like line. God, I can't wait. I am so happy that M. Night Shyamalan seems to be back.
The Shyamalan-a-sance.
Yeah, you know, rolls right off the tongue.
To me.
Yeah, like it takes a lot for me to actually get excited about a Bruce Willis movie lately because I just don't like that guy
Because
anymore.
Cop Out happened.
Cop Out definitely
Yeah,
happened.
he also is just in like weird straight to DVD shit now.
That is true too. Not even like Nick Cage level.
Yeah, it's
Did he get Wesley sniped?
kinda.
That's what the government
from
calls
about
it.
1,000 yards out. Yeah.
Castle Rock starts in 1 hour, Evan.
Holy shit. Yeah, I'm real excited for this. James McAvoy got jacked for this role.
He was pretty jacked in the last one.
Also,
man.
him
Yeah.
running along the
Beast.
fucking ground like he's Beast.
He is a
Yeah.
good actor,
He
man.
really
is an awesome actor.
Very good actor.
Sarah Paulson looks good in this for what she's had.
She does
her
playing
role.
like the therapist. And,
Yeah.
it's that looked very good. Also, then Disney decided not to come to Comic-Con, so Warner Bros. Was like, "Now's our chance."
Show it all.
Yeah. So 4 main trailers from them. The second, we usually don't talk about second trailers, but it is Comic-Con. So Fantastic Beasts.
And this was easily the best one.
Holy shit, I love this trailer.
Nicholas Flamel.
Dude.
Out of nowhere.
As soon as he said I'm an alchemist, I like stood up out of my seat. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, Sorcerer's Stone.
That's how you hurt yourself.
It is how I hurt my back, yes.
Standing up.
Yep.
Too fast.
So
And I get hurt.
Too furious.
True story.
So did you see the stuff about Dumbledore looking in the mirror, like that tells you? I forget what it's called. The mirror.
Said.
Yeah. Did you see that in the trailer? It's like a still shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw him in the trailer.
So it goes
looking
back
at
like
it.
so. I read an article about like going back to like in the original Harry Potter series. He talks about like Harry's like, "What did you see?" And he says a pair of shoes or socks because
Socks,
he
yeah.
couldn't afford socks. But it shows him looking into the mirror in the trailer, and he sees Grindelwald.
Yeah. I saw that.
That was a pretty cool thing. I
Yeah, I
thought
missed
to
that.
kind of tie into
Interesting,
this.
Yeah.
So he kind of lied about that. That was like probably his obsession.
Yeah, I mean, well, that was kind of widely known. They said they're kind of shying away from that aspect of his character a little bit.
And I thought they'd shy away from Johnny Depp, but he showed up on stage.
Delivered some sort of speech as Grindelwald.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
That's
so
very Johnny
excited for this
Depp-ish.
fucking movie.
I'm very excited
God,
for this.
I'm excited.
When did the last one like with expectations low? Because I never liked any of the trailers for the original one, but this
Yeah,
one
both
was.
of the trailers for this have been great. In my
Yeah,
opinion.
I well, and plus I just know that I watched that last movie and I was like, oh yeah, I love
Yeah.
this.
It
So
turns out, still like that world.
yeah,
And this one feels very much more in that world quite a bit than
Yeah, it actually
the
feels
last
almost
one.
more magical for sure.
agree with that. Aquaman.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
It looked all right.
I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it.
That's yeah.
Man, like
I loved it.
Yeah.
I was at like a 10.
When Black Manta showed up,
Black Manta was
lost
the
my
10.
I really
Shit.
like the design of that character.
Holy fuck. And like the riding of the goddamn shark dinosaurs under the fucking world, eating goddamn giant lobsters, like
Black Man looked like a big-headed Cyclops. He's shooting those red
don't
beams
you
out.
try and ruin this
I mean,
for
he
me.
did. You tell me he didn't.
Don't you try and ruin this for me.
Cyclops never
Basically the
wore
same
a.
power.
I mean,
I said big-headed Cyclops.
he doesn't have. Black Man doesn't have any power. He's got.
He shoots those beams out of his eyes in the trailer.
That's a suit. He's
Well,
shooting
yeah.
beams out of a suit.
It looked a
This
lot
is
like
some
Cyclops.
stupid concussive blast from his eyes.
God.
Ruby
So
red
it's
quartz
actually
that blocks it.
fucking- huh?
Ruby red quartz that blocks it.
God damn you guys.
Anyways,
Either
it's,
way, like yeah, for me, like especially once it hit like with them going underwater and like showing Atlantis,
Atlantis is
looks so
gorgeous.
cool. I
Atlantis looks cool. Underwater
Patrick-
effects look cool. I don't think the CG on the animals looks good.
See, I didn't get that at all.
The real life
only-
animals, I didn't like in the aquarium. I was like, but like what you were talking about underwater, where the big crocodile looking thing ate that lobster man thing, was fucking great looking.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
thought
what
that
you're
looked
talking
awesome.
about.
I didn't think that looked great, but the real life animals looked borderline bad.
I mean,
Yes, I can agree with that.
fine. The only thing that stood out.
I mean, it's
as-
also
a
again,
turtle.
I admit
Yeah.
this is still they're working on this still. So.
The only thing that stood out to me as like kind of a head shaking moment in terms of the effects was the actual shot of the laser beam from Black Manta felt a little out of place and not finished. It was
Cyclops
a little
just-
bit more. It was a little bit more highlighted than you would expect it to be in the.
It was
actual,
bright.
Yeah,
But I mean,
man.
if the CG sucks in the movies, awesome. I don't care. I mean, it was just something. The dialogue was a little more
It was-
cheesy.
It was Jason Momoa.
Well, I pointed
That
this
was
out.
my
I was like, if
issue
the
with it,
movie
more
has
so.
a Ragnarok feel, if they go for that style of a movie, that fits fine because it doesn't matter. It's over the top, it's cheesy, it's crazy,
Man,
and who cares? That's fun.
The
I
shot
worry
of-
that Jason Momoa is not a good actor. Like I've had,
I don't know. To me, I thought he was better than Amber Heard,
she was bad.
but I don't care. Like,
It may not matter, but like it was not great acting. But there's a lot of shots of him going woo.
that's kind of Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Man, to me, the shot of them diving off the boat and the trench behind them,
Oh,
like,
that was
holy
awesome.
shit. And the whole, like, ocean lit up. Like, oh my God. I am
There were some really
so
cool parts of this.
excited for this movie.
I'm cautiously optimistic about it. But kind of split on that trailer. It seemed like as far as fan reaction,
It still
for the
seems
most
more
part, pretty.
positive.
Yeah, it's, I'd
Um,
say pretty positive.
think it-
Considering how people are
You
known to
Aquaman?
bash things, DC and Aquaman, even being, and it's been more positive than negative, I think, is a huge win.
Also, apparently, there was, like, some exclusive panel footage.
Oh yeah, they
that
showed more than
blew
what we
people
saw.
away, they said. Like, they
That
said it was
is
even
every Comic-Con panel.
significantly better.
Yeah.
There was some, like, epic fucking last shot that people lost.
Venom
their
also
minds at.
had epic footage that people were blown away
And
by.
Tom
I
Hardy
read.
showed up,
Yeah.
clapping himself in.
Following also besides Aquaman in the worlds of DC, Shazam.
Fuck.
I feel
Yes.
so
More like
vindicated.
Shazam.
I feel so fucking
was ready.
vindicated. I've been
Come
telling
on, that
people,
was
like,
for
we've
you.
all been telling people for months that this could be really good. This trailer's fucking awesome.
It's one of my favorite comic book trailers of all time.
It's
It's-
easily.
I've
my
watched it
favorite
like
thing to come
9
out of
times.
Comic-Con.
It's awesome.
It's so
Zachary
good.
Levi is perfect in it.
Everybody is just wonderful.
The kid from It, Dylan Grazer,
that
whatever,
kid's a good actor.
he's awesome.
I also love the fact that he's like a fan of the DC universe. Like he's wearing an Aquaman shirt, he's got a Batarang, he's got Superman headlines, like all that shit. Like it feels
Makes the universe kind of worth it.
genuine within the universe.
Yeah.
Zachary Levi, like I want somebody to cut this trailer first of all, as Zachary Levi, like Chuck going into the
The Intersect.
yeah, the intersect, and like
becoming
loses his mind,
Shazam?
and like becoming Shazam, and then coming out and be like, "You guys will not learn, believe what I just saw."
When it cuts
Um,
into the like powers test and it goes in, the music jumps in when he's like
Kendrick
super
Lamar
strength
comes
this,
on.
and he's just sitting there doing that little dance.
The
I was like,
backpack
oh
kid
yeah.
dance.
I was like, I am fucking in.
But then
You have
he's like,
bullet
"Yeah,"
immunity.
he's like, "I'm bulletproof." You're dead.
Yeah, you're dead. It was when he jumps up and he's like the flight test and he falls and he's like, "Ha, why aren't you talking?"
Yeah, like
So-
all that shit.
Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
Up, I'm a superhero.
It's just that movie. That trailer was a delight.
Yeah.
Like,
it really
and, like
was.
it's like it seems to be like the legit, at least one of the origins of Shazam too. Like the wizard meets him on the train. They go to the cave. Like all of that is like legit for that version of the character. Like, I don't know. I'm super stoked.
There
I
was
think
kind
the
of a
suit looks
badass
cool,
moment too when he was walking through the circus and
and
he
he just goes Shazam.
yeah, and
Oh
he's
my
just still
God.
like,
That's like my Comic-Con moment. I
was
flipped
awesome.
out when that happened.
It's really cool.
It was so cool. Shazam, and then just bam, Zachary.
Because
Levi.
I like, I mean, I love how they did that, right? It wasn't like I was expecting him to make a big show of it every time he says it, or the first time he says
he's
it.
gonna
or anything,
he's
and-
gonna use that to like fight. He's gonna say Shazam and it's gonna turn him into a kid, but like before the lightning hits, he's gonna move out of the way and it's gonna hit Mark Strong. Not a whole lot of Dr. Savannah.
I liked that though.
Yeah, Rob didn't.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I liked focusing on Rob. Just apparently that trailer gave away everything for the movie.
DC has done that in the past. I did not think either one of their trailers
Yeah,
for the
like-
Comic-Con did it. Aquaman
definitely
maybe a
not
little more
Shazam.
so, but Shazam was nowhere close to doing that.
Yeah, I don't like. Apparently, you need to show a title card and then the date of the
Rob
movie.
doesn't like trailers. He never really has.
But he refuses to watch them unless they're on the big screen. He likes trailers. He just doesn't like trailers. Anyway, I can't wait for fucking Shazam. I can't wait. I'm so excited.
You know what I can't wait for?
Me too. I didn't like the first one, but holy shit.
I love the first one, and Godzilla, King of All Monsters, looks insane.
Every monster
There's
is
a
there.
lot of really good actors in this movie.
Yeah, there is.
And they didn't even need any of them. It could just be Godzilla killing other monsters.
This looks so good, and I love 2014, like Gareth Edwards.
Fat Godzilla.
Yeah, whatever. He was badass, man. He was so cool. It's the second biggest Godzilla there's ever been. Whatever. I love
was-
that movie.
Yeah, that trailer was badass.
I love.
The use of the Claude Debussy song.
Yeah, I loved Kong Skull Island. I love everything in this universe.
I had totally forgotten until someone mentioned it to me on Facebook the other day that Kong Skull Island was in this universe.
Oh my God, if
Yeah,
Kong shows up, he has to show up in this movie.
He'll be in the
next
Stinger.
movie is
Yeah, in 2020, in fact, Godzilla versus Kong is coming out.
I can see definitely a teaser after credits or
I mean, because at the end of Kong, the Stinger at the very end teases Godzilla.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so confirmed we have Mothra, Rodan, was it?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Rodan, and then
King
King Ghidorah.
Yeah,
Ghidorah.
Ghidra. I say Ghidra. You say
say
Ghidorah.
I've actually always said Ghidorah, but I know I'm.
Have you
probably
guys been to
wrong
the
on
viral website for this?
that. No, not
Go
yet.
to it. It's awesome.
Really?
You can track them on this interactive globe on Monarch's website.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and they've
huh.
declassified their files on it, and they're giving legit sizes for all of them and where they're hiding. Like Rodan's
cool.
in the
in a
Aztec.
volcano,
He's
right?
inside of a volcano. He's known as this lava god and all this. He's hibernating there. Ghidorah is frozen in the Arctic.
Was that a giant turtle?
There are more monsters than would have been named. They said multiple more
Oh, yeah,
that we
but
don't
the
even
one
know
ones
about.
that have never been seen before. Or
We don't
brand
know.
new.
They're teasing.
That would be cool.
'Cause, I
The
mean,
website
if
has,
that's a secret
not
Not a
camera
bunch, but
in this movie, I will lose my goddamn.
There
mind.
are 9, I think, marked monsters on the map that have no information available on
Holy
the
shit.
website. So I don't know if all of them
Stay
get revealed
tuned.
in this, but holy shit!
Yeah.
I mean, the king will be the big bad because they're never on the same side. Mothra has been a foe and an ally. Rodan's almost always an ally for Godzilla, but there's going to be a lot
Really?
of yeah. For the most part, they
Not
fought.
like back in the 70s and 80s. They always fought.
They initially fought. They almost always end up as allies in the end, which will probably be what happens on this one.
I mean, the only thing we can really say for sure is that the year of the kaiju continues.
It might actually finally happen
My
one
God.
day. So Mothra's confirmed at almost 100 feet tall or something, but it's 800 feet wide.
The shot of him spreading
Spreading
those
his
wings,
wings, the
was
luminescence.
insane.
Yeah, it's
Rodan
pretty
is
awesome.
twice as tall as him and almost as wide with his wings. And then the king was 550 feet tall, and they said not quantified for the size. They said if he flies, it could take out the stratosphere. I was like, yes, all of this ridiculous sounding scientific jargon is so
Science
what I
fucking
want.
Bullshit. Trek no babble, basically.
Yeah, it seemed like Vera Farmiga tricked them into getting them all together to break King Ghidorah out of whatever it was in.
It
Well,
seems
yeah,
like
she wants to make Mechagodzilla, who will show up in this movie,
it's if only.
and Mecha Streisand.
It's supposedly to stop one of them. Only evidently they are actually trying to awake some of them to help Godzilla fight a threat. Is what it seems like they're going towards.
Yeah, see, I've at the when what's her name, Millie Bobby Brown's calling her a monster and stuff like that. It feels like she realized that everybody was tricked. Like they all got together to.
I think at least one of them will. Maybe they think King Ghidorah is going to be or Ghidra. You say Ghidra, I say Ghidorah. I think maybe they wake him up, help him with whatever's going on before, and then turns out he is a nasty motherfucker, and it goes wrong. I don't know. Washington, D.C. gets fucked up at some point in this movie. That shot of the city was so cool.
Mhm.
This is one of my favorite trailers. Like
It was awesome.
in a long time.
I was
dude.
not expecting to be excited, and holy shit, I was like, oh my god, like
It was amazing.
it was very good. Like I got home after a long Saturday out, and like the DC trailers had dropped, and I was like, I couldn't wait to watch them. And it was just I went from like Aquaman, where I lost my shit, to Shazam, where I was laughing my ass off, to Fantastic Beasts, where I again lost my shit, and then this just capped it. I was like, oh, there'll never be a better 4 trailers in the history of the fucking world. Like it was awesome.
It was really, really good.
God.
Good.
I forgot what was the Glass too.
Yeah.
I was like, I forgot what the first trailer we even talked about. Comic-Con, it may not have had a whole lot of trailers, but they were all awesome.
Yeah, quality was good. Good Comic-Con, folks.
Speaking of which, I do have some polls.
Rolls?
Tolls
Yes.
and
Alright.
goals.
This one is actually a handful of them. I was doing some polls during Comic-Con. If you want to do some FFA polls right quick.
All right.
Let's see. Don't do that one yet. Not that one.
It's in the lady.
Okay. Oh. The DC Universe original show Titans released first trailer. Bit divisive. What are your thoughts? Look good, boo, and did Robin say the F word were the 3 choices.
Your third choice should have just been fuck Batman.
Did Robin say the F word? Came in second with 33%. Boo was 67%. Look good with 0.
Clearly, I didn't vote.
Let's see. After a long wait, the Shazam trailer finally released. Get you more or less excited for Shazam movie. The choices were yes, hell yes, nope, and Marvel. Yes came in second with 19%. Hell yes was 81%. That's it.
That trailer was universally loved almost.
Finally, Aquaman trailer is here, people. I put up 65% awesome, loved it. 25% it was okay. 10% it was awful. So a lot of positivity. Again, thousands of votes. On
Thousands
those.
and thousands of votes.
Okay, so the last one I'll do.
Anyway.
Out of the 4 major trailers that hit San Diego Comic-Con yesterday, which was your favorite? Aquaman, Shazam, Godzilla, Fantastic Beasts. Godzilla came in last with 17%. Shazam came in next at 20%. Fantastic Beasts 26%. Aquaman 37%. Thousands of votes.
I mean,
There was
that was essentially 37,000 people.
Exactly.
right.
That was just some rough math in my head, having known what our polls do normally.
It's good.
Hashtag rough math.
So good Comic-Con, good FFA polls. And that's a good way to end it, folks. Make sure to stay tuned if you're interested to hear what we're watching, which is a lot.